Bum, bum. Ba-na-na-na. I play Yu-Gi-Oh! And I read a lot. What's the subreddit for when people completely miss a joke? Is it r/whoosh? Goes right over your head? I don't think you get the joke, brother. Press the Y button during battle to check the action order of all Pokemon currently battling. That's really good information the game should have given me earlier. This shows the order in which Pokemon will take their upcoming turns based on their action speed. The action speed of a Pokemon is based on speed stat, but it can also be affected by certain moves and items. Pokemon with high action speed can go multiple times in a row. It's filled with might. Oh, this thing's only level 12. We're fine. Ah, it's fast! Alright, this seems fair. Double hit? Oh, dude, we got this. Probably. Ponyta, no! Ponyta, I'm healing you. I believe in you. You got this. I want you to get this experience, because you don't evolve until, like, level 40. I was about to say the stupidest thing ever. I was about to be like, please miss. That's Aerial Ace, Chaos. I know it's been a minute since you've been playing Pokemon, but, like, surely you remember Aerial Ace has no accuracy because it always hits. All right, Ponyta, you tried your best. Switch the electric type into this Aerial Ace. Wait, predicted? Well, actually, it probably saw the switch, like, because I'm not sure how the turn order really works in this game in that regard. Anyways, you're dead. Level 16! Evolution time! Wait a minute, Cyndaquil is supposed to evolve at 14. You really are an impressive one, aren't you? Seeing someone best in Alpha like that, it truly reminds me of the legendary hero of old. We'd best make sure your Pokemon are taken care of after facing off against such a foe. Thank you. Oh, is this the Weirdeer thing? The Stantler evolution? What in the world? Yeah, there it is. It's got a beard. It's the Great Weirdeer. Hey, come here often. He looks upon you with kindness, Solo. I'd say the Great Weirdeer has taken a liking to you. That is fortunate. He's an esteemed Pokemon that can can dash across, dude, I'm so anime villainous focused. Can dash across the expanses of Hisui while bearing a human on his back, a human he deems worthy at least. He is a blessing to us all. Remarkable, truly outstanding stuff. A Pokemon letting someone ride on it. Why, it's just like the ride Pokemon of Alola. Professor Leventon, Solo. Ride Pokemon are a thing, like back in the past like this? Captain Silene sent me. She said that when Solo carried out this request, we'd be able to set up a base camp. About that, I know this was a joint decision by Adaman and the commander, but still, it is truly fine. Is it truly fine for us to set up more base camps like this? The Hisui region is a land created by Almighty Sinnoh for the sake of its Pokemon. As long as your goal is to coexist and thrive together with the Pokemon, then I imagine you should also be allowed to use the land. The Great Weirdeer has taken a liking to Solo as well. This is a good sign. You have my thanks for what you did today. Our clan leader will hear how you aided us. Oh, I just saw you also have an Ursaring on your, like, right shoulder. What is this outfit? I'll come to show my appreciation with a proper reward as soon as I can. All right. If we want to coexist and thrive with Pokemon, we'll need to stop fearing them and start getting to know them better. That starts with completing the Pokédex. Anyway, we should be able to have that base camp set up once the construction core arrives. How many cores do we have? That town wasn't that big. Okay, the construction core is probably like 3 dudes because all they do is set up a banner and 2 tents with a fire pit. Here we have it, our new base camp upon Deer Track Heights. I'll call it the Heights Camp. From now on, when you set out from the village, you can ask to be escorted to this base camp to start your excursions directly from here, Pog. Having another base camp to start from will be a great help on our surveys. Nice work today, everyone. What say we all head back to the Wallflower? 3 Ponyta, 3 Drifloon. Yo, $800, Pog. I do love that you get money for Just like catching Pokemon and all. Ah, we're already done with Cyndaquil, which is great news. Starly is done, Shinx is done, Buizel is done. Ponyta is at 7. I only got to 9 on Kricketot, and I evolved my Kricketot, so we're gonna need to, like, catch a couple more to get to 10. Geodude is at 9, really easy to fix. We're already done with Staravia, dang. 2 more for Drifloon, we're at 6 on Luxio already, this is going great. Ooh, baby, is that star 2? It sure is. Benny old chum, the usual potato mochi, please, and make it for 3 today as well. Do we eat anything other than potato mochi? Like anything? Have you all heard the grave news? That frenzied Cleavor from the rumors? Ah, Cleavor, that's like the rock-type Scyther, right? It ended up mauling some of our Galaxy folks who went out to investigate it this morning. The medical corps has had a hard time getting all the injured back on their feet. Yeah, I mean, they should, like, be dead, so... Ah, this is the Cleavor that was reportedly struck by powerful lightning, yes? I did hear he's been behaving most erratically since then. Still, if further investigation is in order, the Survey Corps will, of course, step up to the task. A certain amount of danger is inevitable when researching unfamiliar Pokemon, but I'm sure Solo here can handle things just fine. Are you certain? I've heard Cleavor is so mighty, even Alpha Pokemon don't compare to him. Now, you forget that the strengths of Pokemon are key items of information that we of the Survey Corps are duty-bound to research. And since this perilous work of ours calls for a clear head and fighting fit physique, I do believe a good night's sleep is in order after this fine meal. The next day... Why are my sandals hung up there? Good morning, Solo. Hi. You should hurry to the commander's office before he decides to use you for sumo practice. Oh, no. That would be less than ideal. Sup? These shoes are definitely not it, by the way. Some people in chat have mentioned it. Shoes are definitely the worst part of this fit. The rest of the outfit is sick. There you are. Let's hurry to headquarters. Look who's being punctual. Finally realized you're wasting Almighty Sinnoh's precious time by bowing to a sham. I remember seeing these two in the promotional material when the game was coming out. There you go again, insisting on your false image of Almighty Sinnoh as a ruler of time. My people follow the true Almighty Sinnoh, the font of all creation and ruler of space. Right, so you're like the Palkia chick. And this is the Dialga dude. Adaman for Adamant Orb. And then her name was Irida for Lustrous Orb? Ha! You could have all the space there is and still not know what to do with it. Okay, listen. I'm gonna say it, the drum sound effect is actually starting to annoy me. Like, they use it way too much, way too often. I kind of hate it. Excuse me, are you really suggesting that you make better use of your time than we make of vast Hisui space? Better than some. It's a miracle you showed up on time, oh mighty leader of the Pearl Clan. I worried you'd get lost in the pointlessly vast space you're so fond of and never show up. Me get lost, and Almighty Sinnoh's great gift to the Pearl Clan and our world's very basis. The Pearl Clan, I started reading wrong. You wish, because I looked at chat and then looked back. Honestly, the use of sound effects on so many of the text boxes is kind of getting on my nerves. I wish that I hadn't let myself get dragged into arguing with you. Almighty Sinnoh, forgive me, what a waste of time. I'm gonna be the one to say it as well. Time is like, it's the one thing money can't buy. A little more important than space, I would say. I'm off to Commander Kamado's office. I believe it was you who started this. These two seem interesting. That dude's hair is like Yu-Gi-Oh! Protagonist level. You can feel the tension when those two show up. You haven't met them, have you? The woman with the reverence for space is Irida, leader of the Pearl Clan. The man who was going on and on about time, Adaman, leads the Diamond Clan. The Diamond Clan and the Pearl Clan grudgingly coexist at the moment. Apparently things used to be less peaceful. But the boss, I mean the commander, is waiting. We should save this conversation for after you report to him. Yeah, alright. I need to get my new star rank. I should be level 2 now. I'm surprised we're getting to level 2 so quickly, to be honest. I thought it would take a bit more. Do I just talk to you to get my star rank ups? If you progress to report, I will judge its worthiness. Show me the Pokédex. There you go. Why does it actually have me open the Pokédex for this? It really shouldn't. You've made progress. It seems you've earned yourself a star. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, it is 10. That makes more sense than 12. It should have been 8 to match the 8 gym badges. That would have been cool. With this, you have officially attained the rank of 2nd star in the Galaxy Expedition team. I can use Feather Balls. Pokemon of up to level 30 will also obey. The rewards you earn for your surveys will be more generous. Have these as well. They're further recipes you'll need for crafting. Nice. Sky Tumblestone. Have not run into that yet. Yo, super potions? A pep-up plant and a potion. Okay. Continue to dedicate yourself to completing the Pokédex if you hope to rise higher in the ranks. I will. I will do exactly that. Rolling out here like I'm Link from The Legend of Zelda. Hi. Oh, splendid. You came along at a good time. I'm looking for a pickling stone, you see. Would you mind lending me a hand? It needs to be the right size to fit atop one of my pickle pots and heavy enough to put a nice firm pressure on the pickles while they're fermenting. What? But I suppose it'll be hard for me to lift such a heavy thing from the pot. The best thing would be for the stone to lift itself up, actually. I've got a rather good idea. There's a Pokemon called Geodude that lives on deer track heights. Okay, it would be perfect for the job. Geodude, the pickling Pokemon. Could you catch one and bring it back for me? I'll head home and wait for you there. Wait, don't head home. I have it right here. Why would you head home? I could have just given you a Geodude. I have another request down there we need to get. I do like the design of these two characters. Looks pretty cool. Their outfits are slick. What do you intend to do about that Cleavor, Commander Kamado? He may be descended from a warrior of Almighty Sinnoh, but look at the mess he's causing. We can't sit back and let him rage on. You do get right to the point, Adaman. Time wasted is lost, honestly fair. Well, tell me, what would you have us do? Cleavor is the precious lord of the Pearl clan, is he not? That's the point. My clan can't intervene directly where a Lord of the Pearl clan's concerned. If my people were to do something, our two clans might end up back at each other's throats. Just like we used to be. But even folk of the Galaxy team have been wounded, haven't they? Seems someone's got to do something here. Who then? Would the Diamond Clan have the Pearl Clan bring down one of its own honored nobles? I don't believe I said that. Thought it, maybe. You might as well have said it, you fool. Look, we don't even know what drove Lord Cleavor into such a violent frenzy. I'd like to know that myself. This is a first as far as my clan knows, too. I see you've arrived. Yo, Rowan has got the drip, though. Or Kamado, Rowan's ancestor. This is Solo, the newest member of our survey corps. What's up? Aha! I hear from Mai you earned Rear Deer's favor. Rear. Good to finally meet you, stranger from the Rift. I'm Adaman, leader of the Diamond Clan, and if I hear that stupid drum sound effect one more time, I'm gonna throw my Nintendo Switch off my roof. If you want to be formal. But that's a mouthful, just call me Adaman. If you came from beyond those space-time rift, could you be from the space where Almighty Sinnoh is said to reside? I'm Irida, leader of the Pearl Clan. Caution and foresight are my watchwords. Which is why I have trouble believing such a tale. Could you really have passed through that rift? I have a proposition. Why not send this one to study Cleavor before deciding what must be done? I'm gonna go... Okay, yeah, I got it. That's me loading my gun. You know, I'll deal with it. It's gonna be fun. I'll handle this Cleavor the way we Americans handle everything that bothers us. You'd send this stranger who supposedly fell from the rift to study Cleavor? This newcomer with no experience? I'm already level 2 on stars. Says the leader with almost no experience. Being a good leader isn't a matter of time. It's a matter of embracing Hisui's vastness without fear. Well then, there you have it. If how new you are doesn't matter, then let's give this kid his chance. I'm sold, Commander. Let's try this your way. Alright, yeah. Adaman, definitely my favorite character thus far, I would say. This should be fun. I'll get to see how good you galaxy folk really are with all your weird ways, putting Pokemon in those strange balls and what have you. That whole practice bothers me. Almighty Sinnoh made Hisui vast so Pokemon could live freely throughout. The starts of Team Plasma. We're meant to stand alongside Pokemon, not count ourselves above them. We do not use Pokeballs from a desire to control our Pokemon, only so that we can live together. Allow us to show you what we can do. This is your mission now, Solo. I order you to study Kleavor and help us find the truth of the situation. Alright, I accept. Remember that you are a stranger who appeared one day out of this very sky above us. People are naturally sussy baka of your presence here. If you wish to be fully accepted and trusted, you must work hard. Work yourself to the very bone. The Frenzy of the Lord of the Woods. Okay, we're already gonna have to deal with a Kleavor, huh? Why is everyone so much taller than me? Well, that's settled, and there's no time like the present. The Lord of the Woods, Kleavor, is descended from a Pokemon that was blessed with Almighty Sinnoh's own power. No other Pokemon you've yet encountered can compare to his strength, be warned. Yeah, don't worry, I got this. I'm a gamer. Listen to me. The Galaxy Expedition team has come to the Hisui region as a group of outsiders. Some might even call us interlopers. We mustn't do anything to threaten our relations with the Diamond and Pearl clans, understand? Okay, cool, but can we rename ourselves to the Platinum clan? Join me downstairs, Solo. We'll cover the details of this new mission. I hate her forehead, like, a lot. Every time I see it. Woo! I want this request. Hello. There's some requests posted on the blackboard. This is incredible. Zubat's eyes, they don't have any. This is, incredibly explores. Bothersome Bidoof. Seems a band of bothersome Bidoof keeps sneaking into the village and causing trouble. Talk to Sumugi from the security corps and see if you can help set things in order. Alright. Bothersome Bidoof. Playing with Drifloon. Seems several people have spotted a Drifloon playing with one of the village children. Yeah, that child's a lost cause. Like, that's the sacrifice we have to make to the Drifblim society. Mickey from the security corps can tell you more. Speak with her and get to the bottom of this. Zubat's eyes. Clarissa from the security corps has a request for us. Something to do with Zubat, I believe. Talk to the good lady and investigate as necessary, if you please. All right, we got a lot of requests to do. There are no other requests. Hey, there's the Rowlet. Is the Oshawott in here? I bet the Cyndaquil would be right here if I hadn't taken it for myself. Investigate. It's hard to guess what this is supposed to do, but it certainly looks impressive. Yeah, okay. Where's the Oshawott? Is the Oshawott not in here? Oh, here it is. I didn't see this pool over here. Yeah, Cyndaquil would have been right here if I hadn't picked Cyndaquil. Hello. Good. You're already here. Professor Laventon, the briefing, if you please. Yes, let's get right to it. So, Solo, I understand you've been requested to find out the cause of Kleavor's frenzied state. But as you're aware by now, Kleavor is a mighty thing, nigh invincible even. The security corps tried throwing Pokeballs at Kleavor when they were attacked, but I'm afraid they didn't even come close to catching him. It seems he's a far trickier opponent than even those aggressive species of Pokemon that cannot be caught outside of battle once they're riled. I'd like to be perfectly clear on this point. This mission will put you in extreme danger. Do you believe you can handle it? I'm a gamer. Of course. Look at how purple my eyes are. I got this. Very well, then let us go over the particulars. The Diamond and Pearl clans revere their nobles because they believe these Pokemon serve their almighty Sinnoh. They leave offerings to express their gratitude to these Pokemon in locations they call the noble seats. So perhaps a good starting point for our research could be to find out what sort of offerings they normally leave for this Kleavor. Solo, we need to speak with you. What's up? Listen, that rift in space-time seems like it connects this world to a whole other world. That world might be where Almighty Sinnoh itself resides. The true Almighty Sinnoh, that is. The one that rules over time. So if you fell through the space-time rift, that might mean you traveled through time by Almighty Sinnoh's own power. Think of it. You must have been just swimming in its divine might. Well, I've got a favor to ask of you, oh amazing time traveler. You're making an assumption here. Don't just study Kleavor. Quell his frenzy. Well, you certainly caught us at a good time, young Adaman. We were just discussing our next steps with regards to this whole Kleavor situation. Ah, you must be that Galaxy Team scholar I've heard about. Good to meet you, Mr. Professor. Share some of that knowledge with me sometime. Now, let me elaborate a little. Yo, Adaman is, like, by far the most interesting and coolest character in the game thus far, by the way. I love this dude. Those Pearl Clan types have a lot of respect for Cleavor. You heard his title, Lord of the Woods. I'm sure they'd rather get this under control too, but it's hard for them to come right out and ask those of the Galaxy team of all people for help. And the truth is, we in the Diamond Clan have a similar problem on our hands. A Pokemon dear to us off in the mountains has flown into the same type of frenzy as Cleavor. Now, there's certainly bad blood between us and the Pearl Clan, but still, we've all got to share Hisui, and that means we ought to tackle our problems together. But there aren't many capable of standing up to such powerful Pokemon. You're the best hope we've got. You'll find Cleavor at Grand Tree Arena. That's in the very heart of the Heartwood. His warden is a boy named Leon. Leon is a brilliant child, but also a bit... well, sometimes brilliance can be blinding, you know. He'll tell you all about his beloved Cleavor, whether you wish him to or not. Anyway, I'm sure you're up to the challenge, so we'll be counting on you. See you later. He certainly left quickly once he'd finished talking. I suppose he really values his time. Adaman and Mai weren't wrong, you know. If you're to study and perhaps even quell Cleavor, you'd best start by visiting his abode. Our New Heights camp would be a handy place for setting out towards Grand Tree Arena. And you should stop by the pastures too. You'll want to choose the best Pokemon to bring. What is Cleavor? Bug Rock, I think? I actually don't know. It's definitely Rock something. I think we're gonna wrap up here for today. Chat seems like a good place for it. Stan Ogre, thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to the channel. Greatly appreciated. Thank you for the support. Thank you. How do I save the game? Right there. Save my progress. Now saving your Pokemon adventure. All right. Sick. So far, first impression, pretty fun. Pretty good time. But, yeah, we come back next time. We'll continue on our way. I don't understand why my Cyndaquil can't evolve yet. Maybe it just evolves at a different level when it's a Hisuian Cyndaquil? Because I'm pretty sure Cyndaquil normally evolves into Quilava at 14. It's definitely 16 at the latest. I'm pretty sure it's 14, but I guess we'll find out, won't we? But, yeah, looking forward to playing more. For those of you watching on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed. If you want to catch streams live, link to my Twitch channel in the description. I'd love to see you there. Or keep watching on YouTube. I appreciate your support either way. And until next time, farewell.